Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you see me? What are my drifter settings for the face? Now let's find out. So let's see. MMXIX, Frank, Rays, God himself, Sirash, Floppy, Delton, Rayman. How y'all doing today? Oli Chan, hello, hello. Good to see everybody. How is our Warframe lives today? That is wonderful to hear. Hey, good to see you. It's weird because, like, in different situations, he looks older and younger. Yeah, right? Oh my God, I think he just looks so awesome. No offense. I'm all about that. But I'm sure some of you are here to listen to what I kind of the direction I want to take the channel in. Just not completely, but there's some things that I've been dying to do with the channel, but I've kind of held off for two reasons. First is that I don't want to kind of interrupt the things that I know a lot of people like. I know a lot of people really, really like, you know, the theory videos that I do and whatnot. And I love doing them because they're so much fun, you know. But I kind of want to do some regular lore videos. So the reason why I'm kind of bringing this up is I may take just a little bit of a break from doing like the theory videos, not a complete break. And if something happens and whatnot that, like, I just have to say, I'm gonna obviously put something out. But I kind of want to go in a different route where like people can actually come and watch some of the videos that I do and rely on the information, you know, as a source of, information rather than just being speculation all the time. Maybe not even completely in the same style that I've been doing as well. So, like, what do y'all think about that? Would you still be interested in watching videos of that nature? Would you? I mean, and I'd rather you be honest versus, just saying, "Oh yeah, yeah, I'd support it." But then if I do it, I'd rather just people say, "Hey, honestly, I like the theory things. I go to this person for lore videos and whatnot." PG, hello. Yeah, and so that's kind of my point right there, PG, is that they wouldn't necessarily be like those videos where there's a lot of speculation, there's a lot of me saying, well, what about this and what if this, and I think that this could be, and this would be more of just the lore of like what the game pretty much puts out as close to factual as it wants to go. And I'd probably be using, unless I knew something was like messed up, I'd probably be trying to go off of the Warframe wiki as the official kind of backbone. And then, like I said, depending on certain things that I may disagree with or whatever, if I have information that I would like to interject, and there could be certain little things in the videos that say something to the effect of like, well, there are uncertain aspects of this, that, and the other thing. But like I said, a lot of what I like about my videos the most, at least, is the concept behind the aha moments. Like, oh, I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that. But you probably wouldn't be seeing a ton of that in these videos. Sorry, I'm just reading your content. Your actually, yes. Toot toot goes the gamer. Well, I appreciate you coming here and getting some information there. That's awesome. And like, I'm not trying to. Oh, a couple of people. Let's see. Who did I miss? LC, Bropon, Moondog. Hello, hello. Toot toot. I'm not trying to take anybody's place in the Warframe community either. Like, because I have my own style of making videos, but it would be kind of in that kind of methodology, and a lot of the videos would vary too. Keep in mind that some of them wouldn't be very long because there's just not a lot of lore on certain things, whereas other ones may be, considerably longer. So, well, I just kind of wanted to. One of the hardest things about putting content out for this channel, at least, is when I put a video out, I'm always trying to blow your mind. I don't always do that, right? But that's the idea. That's the concept. Like, I want to try to find something that at least a good portion of the community hasn't noticed or, hasn't put together. Like, that's been like the backbone of the channel. But as I come to, and I still want to do that a little bit, I realize that you can't really come to my channel and get like lore, because every video I have has speculation within it. So it's like that's going to taint your perception of what's being said within the, like, what's established already. If I say, oh, well, here's the thing, if you take this, 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 and this, maybe that is true. But if the game hasn't come out and specifically established it, it's still considered speculation. And I'm, like I said, I'm influencing in that regard. And it would probably be, the way I see it is it would probably be kind of two parts. Quest related, but I would also want to do what I look at the overall lore of Warframe, and I can see like specific segments of it, like sagas, if you will. So those things would be kind of put together in a more longer form situation. I'm not really 100. I'm not 100%. Let me see. On top. Oh, I don't necessarily know. There's something very specific about the tech rot that is different from the infestation. I don't know what exactly it is. I don't know if we're going to figure it out, but that seems to be the determining factor behind proto frames. So if we're talking about like the proto frame in the origin system, I would look at that as basically like the original frames, like, that the ones that Dante would probably be a really good example of what an origin system proto frame would be. Hey, that's a really good thing. Yeah, I could actually like put little cards to different established videos. That's smart. Thank you. That's a good one. Yeah, Raze, that's a good idea too, where I could add a secondary aspect to it. Maybe even come back to it at some point if there's things I want to get to. Well, yeah, Logvon, I wouldn't necessarily do that. Like, it would feel like a video of mine, right? But the backbone of it would be established lore versus it being, me kind of, because that's one thing. Like, I will tell you, every single script I ever put out, I put out from memory. I don't go into different things and like, okay, this is whole story. Like, I'll play. In fact, for every single video that I do, I usually play the quests associated with it a couple times over, just to kind of, get the full vibe of what's going on. Oh. Nameless Night, yeah, absolutely. Feel free. If anybody wants to play too, they can feel free to join in. Let's see what Nightwave stuff can we get ourselves into.
Nora is all about incentivizing.
Oh, 3 sorties, man. That's rough. 3 sorties? That's rough, man. That hurts. Nameless Night, I think it's a possibility. And actually, it's based upon aspects of my last video that I would, or was it the last video? It was the one before, really part one, I guess should say, that expounded upon the idea that there may be some bits of the Warframe story that we aren't necessarily seeing it from the correct perspective. And one of the things I postulated is the idea that there's it's always been weird to me that like all the Warframes, right? They all, or I mean, all not all the Warframes, all the Tenno essentially had the exact same story, if you will, in getting their powers, if you really think about it. Because, and I know people say, oh, we're all from different universes and stuff like that. That's true, but there are actual there are actual Tenno in our universe. Like we see them in different stories within the Laverian and whatnot that kind of, if nothing else, they muddy the water on exactly how that went down and how our Tenno has powers and they have powers. But we made a deal, and did everybody make a deal in their own universe? Yet we can all come together on relays and stuff like that. And I put forth the idea that based upon the exceedingly similar dialogue between what the man in the wall says to us and what Palladino and Rel speak about during Chains of Harrow, that it's extremely possible that Rel was the only one who made a deal, and that all the Tenno, you, me, all the ones in the relays, all the ones that you hear in the lore and stuff like that, they were all granted the power, and that we were kind of sold a false bill of goods at that moment in putting the deal on all of the Tenno, rather just the one, because that's exactly what the man in the wall would do. Wait a second. Yeah, whatever. So I guess my point is that I think there's a definite possibility to what you're saying, in that it's also possible that everything that we saw on the Zaramman was a lie, and that it's very possible that the Tenno kids were just being shown different things, and the parents never did actually go crazy or feral, just that the kids, to them it looked like they were going feral, so they started taking them out and stuff like that. And it is funny because if you think about it, are we doing this or okay, cool? That when they talk about what's going on in the war within, right? And the queen talks about the fires raged on the lower decks, right? And there's this like really horrific thing playing out with the parents and everything. And yet in the same breath, they say that yet the children are laughing and singing and they're at play, and it's no big deal to them. And I would think that if such a traumatic thing did occur as the way it was said, like your parents just turned feral and they wanted to kill you and it forced you to kill them, like, wouldn't you think the kids would be in like a really traumatic state, especially after what had just happened beforehand, where during the actual quest, again, going back to that scene with the man on the wall, all the other kids in that room are completely terrified. So, yeah, I think there's a definite story to be had there in possibility. Whether or not it's the truth, well, now Now you're finding all the problems that I have whenever I'm making theories. It always seems like there's this, you get all this data that's just speaking exactly to what you want, right? Except for there's this one thing. And it's like you're constantly waiting for that little bit of just that one piece to kind of put it all together. Sometimes it comes and sometimes it doesn't. But I would definitely say there's something going on there, right there. Oh, Frank, I think there's an absolute possibility, and you guys are gonna really like the video, the Fermi paradox video here. Hopefully, it'll come out today. I'm waiting for something to be delivered from Amazon. It's supposed to get here between 2 and 6. That's going to allow me to put the final touches on the video. It's a shorter one. I'll tell you that. Not like ridiculously shorter or anything, but it's not, you know, like an hour-long video. But I took our whole, you know, where the aliens in Warframe, right? And I added some secret siege sauce to the end and really got deep. We got Bible scriptures in it. You're gonna like it. Jen Camino, we're in the process of describing it, kind of. The main takeaway from it, just so you know, is I'm not like what's going over here? I'm not like quitting YouTube or anything like that. It's more so that some of the future videos that you're gonna see, in fact, a good bit of them, I want to start doing some more lore specific things that don't have like all the speculation and the theories and everything else in them all the time. Just kind of sticking straight to the story so people have another, you know, method by which to get their information. And you know, I kind of want to do it in the same, at least I think of it this way, I don't know if anybody else does, but the same kind of cinematic way that I've been doing my current videos. But again, the main difference being there wouldn't be, you know, every single time, every video I'm trying to convince you of something at some point, you know what I'm saying? Whereas this one, it wouldn't be, these new videos, at least until I got through a good bit of the story and whatnot, these new videos wouldn't be me trying to convince you of anything. It'd be more of me telling you, hey, this is what, you know, this is what's going on. So this is what the established lore says. In fact, I'd be using kind of like official sources and whatnot, the actual Warframe. Yeah, why not? The actual Warframe like wiki type situation for a good bit of the dialogue, or I mean the, you know, the, at least the skeleton of it.
You can come home now.
Yeah, I know. That's apparently I.
Unless, of course, you
Oh,
want to be.
hey Gemma, hello. Good to see you. Sorry I missed you there. Seifer, Bonage, Cadus. Let's see, am I missing anybody else? Oh man, these people are gonna hate me in this mission that I'm not even looking at the screen. I hope I'm going straight. Oh, I think I need that. Oh no, definitely not. You're not losing me. No. The story's just getting good. Like I couldn't. It's not to mention, like, I've said it a couple streams now, but like, not only is the story getting good, it's also the story that I want. There's stories that you get from video games, and then there's stories that you actually want the way for it to go. And in a lot of ways, it's going exactly the way I want it. Hello. Gemma, nice. Fantastic. Oh, by the way, Jim, is there something you said you needed to do today? I'd be happy to help you out. In that regard, anybody, if anybody needs any help doing anything, shout it out. I'm not doing anything in particular. This is more just a stream to BS with people. I'm not really enjoying that. What's going on with the necromat? But yeah, that's kind of where I just wanted to tell people, because I'm having a problem too. There's something going on. Like, I couldn't run in my necromech. Someone just said I can't shoot. I couldn't run. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I love the Ureli Prime thing. It's hilarious. See, but I'm going to tell you guys something. Just don't. Always keep on your guard when we're talking about Ballas. Never forget. Never forget. Never forget. His first deception, if you will. When it came to the sentience in the first place, he convinced every single person in that place, right, that the sentience were a mistake and should be put away, put to death, right?
You have collected enough.
Not only that,
Open your relic.
they should have been according to Orican law, they shouldn't exist. Yet, by using the way that he did it, he actually kind of convinced the rest of the executors to go against their own legims, essentially, just because they had like a bit of a hatred toward him. So when you hear the dialogue that comes along with the Ureli Prime trailer, understand that it's possible that everything that you're hearing is exactly what Ballas intended you to hear. Well, Cadus, if you want help, this is the time. This is the place. Oh, I heard about recoil being bugged. That's awesome. Rarely does a bug go in our favor like that, you know? That's great. Look at that. Whee! Oh, yes. Good DPS the shit out of stuff. Man, there's nothing worse than when somebody wants to die in this game and like everybody's just too helpful in the community and they just can't let it happen. You have to actually, you're like, please let me die. Please let me die. Please let me die. And then even then, a lot of times they're like, no, I cannot let you die. And then they don't. Oh, yeah, this is Zaku. This is actually 3 frames that magically, quote unquote, winky winky, came together in the void. And then we got our hands on it. Winky wink, wink winky. It was all coincidence. Wink, 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 nod, wink. Yeah, I mean, all I'm saying is the fact. The problem is, right? Here's the problem with the whole Ballas thing. DE could literally bring him back in a heartbeat. Why? Because he's already back. He's sitting in Duveri. What would stop? What would stop at this point? I'm not saying this is the case, but what I am saying is what would stop them from essentially saying, okay, that guy that's in Kalervo's place, he actually is taking on. That's actually Ballas. Like what? If he isn't, that's fine. But they can just use it literally right away. That's the thing. so it's I mean, it's extremely hard to take it seriously that Ballas is completely gone, given the fact that, you can literally go into Duveri and speak to him right now. Not necessarily him, but him. It's his voice, it's his visage. And I will continue to say what I think is very, very odd about that whole situation is that there's only a few characters in the game. Not every character disappears the same way in Warframe. And I think there's some significance in that, especially depending on the scenario. The vagabond, the man on the wall, and Ballas in Duveri all disappear in the same way. And I do not know of any other one that disappears in the way that they do it. What makes it unique is that the body disappears first and then the eyeballs disappear. Well, that's kind of the point that I'm trying to make here. But regardless, it could be the same type of thing as our operator in Trotty's thing. His other. I mean, heck, we might even come to find that that's been the way. Do you remember how in the trailer for the where is everybody? That's fine. Remember in the trailer for Owl Weaver? I'm not saying this is how it is, but oh, dude, that looks awesome. Anyway, where she says, "Do you really think I didn't have my eyes on you?" Like, what if Ballas is one of them? Like, and that's just his other whatever. No worries, Shema. We'll be here for a little bit. Bear in mind, this isn't going to be like an extra long stream like I typically do, or I don't know, depending on your perspective of long, but today's stream will probably be about 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours today, so I do apologize if you were wanting a little more. However, just so you know, tomorrow...
Your relic is opened.
Thank you, Lotus. Appreciate you. Tomorrow, I want to continue on with the... I don't really care to go up there and get that. The Expedition 33 playthrough. And we'll see. I may even try to complete on member stream last night. I got through almost half of Doom, the Dark Ages. I may try to just do another stream and finish that up, because we're getting through that pretty quickly, especially if with not looking for every secret and all that other crap every time. And I don't really want to. I don't think I need to upgrade everything. So let's get the things I need and play with that. Sure would be nice if I can find everybody. Are they all leaving? Mad Dog, the Vagabond is a character that you can only find every so often in Duveri. He appears in a couple different places, most notably at the Scholars. I don't know if you've ever seen the Scholars grave. I mean, it's not really a grave, but it's more of an effigy. But he'll periodically show up there. What was interesting is we learned it in one of the streams is that if you, like, all the people in Duveri actually are modeled behind their faces, right? Or behind the masks that they wear, which I think is pretty cool because you never get to see that part, right? They have eyes, they have eyeballs. But what's interesting is the okay, I guess we'll go back. Sure, I'm good. The Vagabond has black eyeballs, which is very unique in the in Duveri specifically. I guess we might as well take that then, right? Oh, J-Class. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate you enjoying it. Allie, good to see you. Well, I've long contended that we are the third part. Only because Warframe continues to include
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
the player in the game. In Cap Gamer, did you? So we could probably go looking for him. You want to go look for him? Yeah. Okay. He only shows up in a couple of places, so and he doesn't show up there all the time. You know what? No, just so I can. I'm gonna do this. So if any of you guys want to join, you can. But you think the Drifters, Rel? That's interesting. I mean, again, that could, that could explain. Okay, that actually could explain why. Yeah, but then who's Garmy? We might find out, but that's not bad. Well, so Jacoby, according to Kaya, okay, essentially the problem is, are you, Aston? Are you a friend of mine? We can pop out real quick. Yeah, but what's interesting is you could take it though as how in the beginning of the Duveri paradox you have to see the male drifter, and how there's the part in the new war where like our send me a friend request if you would. That's my in-game name, and you can join up. So that would be actually kind of interesting because, Rel is definitely a man. And in the very beginning of the Duveri paradox, you have to be a man to start it. And then there's that scene where like the handshake, right? And then if Rel was the original handshaker, right? That could be the moment where like the connection hits. I don't know. But yeah, the vagabond is pretty much Wally, yeah. What is the spiral? I think you can actually find him in NV2. So huh. Hello. You guys might be onto something with that. It would clear up a ton of shit. Let me write that on the whiteboard for safekeeping. And feel free, anybody that wants to join up. We're going to go into Duveri and try to find the vagabond. Let's see. Who did I miss? Dark Shotgun, Mortem, Z-File, hello? Maddox? Virgin. See, I don't know. There's still some... But then there's the whole... We'd have to connect certain things with Thrax as well. I don't know. Well, we'll postulate this. I do, anti-hero, yes. Yeah, we're getting closer and closer, aren't we? Aston, are you joining up? I think I'm on friends only. I just don't want to go in a public one. Hello. Mm-hmm. Nice. Wait, who? Okay. I think. It's so awesome seeing so many people playing. That is God himself. Yes. Hello. Are you going to join in? I got one spot left. Oh, here, I'm going to try inviting you again, just for the sake of getting in there with a full group. Nice. Here we go. All right, we're on the hunt for the vagabond. Yeah, and we could probably do another run here too after this. So if anybody didn't get in this time, we'll get in the next time. Let me see. I missed it. Hello, Ollie. Like I said, whoever wants to play for the next run, because we'll probably be in a different spiral the next time. Especially, well, see, the plan is for me to be at TennoCon this year. So I don't know if I'm necessarily ready for a face reveal, but it'll probably be getting to that point, especially if people meet me there. So I'll probably do some kind of 50K subscriber face reveal bait for everybody so that I can get something out of it. Because, once I put my face out there, that everybody will know what I look like. Well, I got my tickets. I got all my tickets. I mean, I would be totally down with... Oh, that's I kind of like that, Frank. That like a jealousy would be another spiral. Very interesting. You know, what'd be even cooler is it's interesting that like you associate 6 with the man on the wall, right? You got the rap tap tap, rap tap tap. He always does stuff in 3s and 6s, and then you have like the 666 association, the devil kind of thing that was in the Kume aspect. And we have 5 spirals, and the next one would be the 6th. You're the man in the bed. I am the man in the YouTube. That'll be the question. Like, if you do meet me at TennoCon, will it be me or the other? I don't really want that. I guess I'll take that.
Bombastine, Duveri's preening peacock, was consumed by envy. Oh, many envied him, but he cared nothing for that.
Duveri has owed me for an age, shortchanged me at every turn. We shall set
resources
things to rights. Let us collect.
All right.
There goes Raggle-Taggle Bombastine, with nothing to his name but bad verses and bile.
Get me money, Drifter. I want to drip with gold.
Oh look!
Damn.
I think I see a poor sick little animal who needs our help. Oh, my poor sweet cat. Be a good girl for our outlaw, and a bowl of warm milk shall be yours. You're frightening them.
I had every intention of making a video around this, but I never got to it. And I also didn't want to take the essential, like, I don't want to take any credit away. But there's a YouTuber. I'm gonna have to do something to try to bring attention to this. I can't 100% remember what their name is, but they figured out, and if you're here, that would be even better, that you could call yourself out. But they figured out that, oh yeah, I got them. I got all those. The music that was originally released with Duveri, right? If you go to play Warframe, there's this really long, it kind of goes through the different spirals and it plays like all the different musics, right? For each one. But when it gets to the last one, they picked this out. I never would have picked this out. But there's this, I don't know, I imagine it's like a cello or something in the background of the very end where you hear the same rhythmic pattern that the man on the wall uses. Like in the background, it's like, and it's like, it's the exact same thing as the Vulni Zata, you know, that thing. Is that, I mean, it is, dude, I mean, come on, look at this guy. Look at how hard he looks. You can't even do anything with that. You just accept it. Well, you know what? We're probably going to need resources for all the crap that we're going to get in here. So that's probably a good idea to get double resources. Oh, nice. Got some. Well, I thought we were going to get a little serenade. There we go. Mm-hmm. Well, I think I got the, yeah. I got that. Yeah, Oli Chan, that's exactly. Oh, yeah, and that's exactly 6 words long, too. Yep. That's beautiful. Look, we're like coloring the area. All right. I'm going to go back to hunting again. Because he's in one of these, areas. Well, see, that's kind of what I'm postulating too. Like, I'll give you just a little taste. Let me ask a question to chat right now. Do you think that Entrati was the reason why the indifference exists? I love having so many other people here helping out. It just makes it so easy. So, as I was going through and doing my little bits of research for the last video, I came across something that we've all heard 1,000 times, and yet I don't think many people, like, I know I didn't, I just couldn't. What the fuck is that? All right. Palladino. If you want to take from what she is referring to, right? And if it's coming from Rel, who's supposed to have tried to figure this thing out, she claims that the indifference isn't something that's just come about. She says Ralph figured out what it really was. An entity, truly indifferent, old as stars. And if she's getting her data straight from Rel, or, you know, Garmy, or whoever's giving them the data, and I mean, it must be fairly good data, because, you know, in all rights, they did trap the man in the wall. What is this thing? Why does it keep following me?
Easy, Keith.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the whole thing. Is what I'm saying is maybe we're just not truly. Oh, I didn't even know what the hell this thing was. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Feeding them all, huh? My thought process is we believe that it came from Entrati, but maybe this is just one version of it. Just in the same way that one version of it, you know, because a similar thing occurred between Entrati and the Man in the Wall that happened with us. So, whereas we believe that Entrati was the reason, perhaps all Entrati did was either get its attention, or what I'm going to postulate is maybe we've just reached our time.
Let's go.
And what I'm saying is, we were kind of talking about the idea that there's no... Dude, you're really freaking me out. Am I supposed to do something with you? Oh, nice. Moondog, I have, yeah. So, does it ever go away? I have no more orbs for you, buddy. I don't know what you want me to do. Not that one. I don't have any food or nothing, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, so, yeah, I can't go too hard into this. If I do, then I'm going to just give you the video. Okay, I can't do that. But like I said, I wanted to make this interesting. And the more that I started researching, the more interesting it became for me. And hopefully for all of you. Nice. I can't remember exactly where that was at. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's all the way at the bottom. What's going on here? We must find it. What the hell? All right, let me get this thing off my screen. It's screwing up the... There we go. Yeah, I'd rather do this way anyhow. I don't really want to... Why would you ever want to... Okay, let's see how fast we can get there. Take some of this. You know, this way too, I get to grab a few resources along the way. Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there. I'll take that. Let me get the jump. And I'll take that one. Knowledge is a curse. You ain't kidding with that one, man. They might have got me all messed up there. It looks like I got to make a hard left. Oh, wait. Your drifter looks pretty awesome right there. I like it. We're just getting decrees like it's getting out of style. We'll do that one. This will make us faster and faster. Short. Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting my controls messed up from a couple different games. I apologize. Let's go. Okay. Is anybody else close to getting there? We want to go to Fort Wormsole. There we go. Sorry, I just... I don't think it applies to the Caith, but unfortunately, in order to get to where we want to get to, we have to take to the air. I'm not a huge fan of the Caith myself. I don't know about the rest of you. Okay. So you said that you think the vagabond is in here. Oh, that's right. Doesn't... Yeah, I think you are right. You're right. It's down here. Like there's like a little cave type hole looking thing back here. Isn't there? What is that? It's been a while since I did Munch and Duveri, I'll tell you that much. Holy God. Ah, there it is. There's the hole. Ooh. If anybody sees him, make sure they don't let him disappear. He's like in the back, isn't he? Almost there. There he is. So, you'll notice his finger is missing. So the one thing I was always thinking, I think the Tau thing goes two ways. The first is it could be just to throw us off, because that's what we know in Trotty wants, right? And it would be an easy way to kind of like you know, convince us that that's who he was because of the whole Orican connection. But then there's also the idea that, yeah, hold on, we'll do. There's also the other idea that he just may want Tau. He's already basically got 1999, and he's approaching the origin system. You know, having that, he just may now now she's like going after Duveri, so they're taking that one too. You see the eyeballs? It's interesting, you know, that they talk about demonic possession. It's a demonic ram. What's a demon? And what's a demon in the Warframe universe? Consider that. They're completely black too. I'll show you the other ones in See, even inside the interior, like you can, I don't want to lose them. He's got the whole teeth and the tongue and everything. Crap, I can't get the eyeballs. He might disappear if I... Yeah, see, he's gone. Oh, look at that. I've never seen that happen before. What? That is the vagabond right there. So, I guess the idea is perhaps he wants to go out there because there's already some level of control, just to see what's going on. You know, who's to say Pazul's power doesn't come from the same place ours does? Actually sounds really good. Yep. He's always surrounded by the same type of bone sand, right? Dust. Dust to dust. He ends as he began. Oh yeah, like I said, but I was talking about that the last stream, that there's so many different ways that the game can still go. Like, there's just so many different things that we can delve into that we can go to Tau in the next update, right? Or we might not get there for another 4 years. Well, I mean, again, I've kind of said it before that character, there's just so much wrong with someone speaking down there. There's so much wrong with that appearance that if it does turn out to be somehow Entrati, like, it's gonna have a lot of explaining to do with it. Because there's little things too. Like, I did a short in regards to when Entrati shows up in the first part of the Hex quest, like at the very end, where he says, not unless you know him. If you take the music, if you turn the music off, you can literally hear the Indifference growl right before he shows up. In an hour 3. Let me get these off the screen and go a little bit faster with each one. That's the best part. Oh no. Got himself left. Then we have the whole thing of, like, what's going on with who is actually controlling the Warframe when it comes to, well, what? Okay. Who's controlling the Warframe when it comes to this new update? Because Rebecca kind of said something to the effect of, like, it's just going to be our Warframe, which means, and she said something like that the Drifter's still in Duveri. So I don't know if it's going to be like the operator trying to find its way into Duveri now, which, I mean, it absolutely could happen. And there, because he's, you know, kind of finds his way in little bits and pieces anyhow. He looks quite stunning too, I might add. Are you serious? You're still coming here, buddy? Terrible idea. I'm actually surprised we found the vagabond that quickly. I guess we could probably go start doing the actual questy doos here. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, you know what? Here, I'll show you. This one might be harder. See how they have like a... crap. Hold on. Come on, man. Let me see your face. Theirs is more of like a... It's the same color as the rest of their thing.
Is that? Oh, I think it is.
It's kind of hard to see in this lighting, too. See how it's more light? Ah, hold on. It's more textured. And it's like a silver color. It's like the same color as they are. There, you can see it real good right there.
Whatever you may say about Duveri, it's never the same day twice.
Right there. You can almost see an eyeball in there even. Like an iris, if you will. Wasn't it like the first week in June? Is that when she said? I can't remember exactly.
Come on now.
I might as well pick this up too, right? Mm-hmm. Take that. That one seems all right. They do look a lot like vessels, do they not? That's what I said too. I mean, they look a ton like the vessels, like almost too much like the vessels to just like dismiss it out of hand. But then again, maybe that's just me, like, you know, wanting to put my own spin on things. They look so similar. They really do. Not completely the same, but very, very similar. And it makes me wonder if, like, the vessels weren't inspired, like the way that they look weren't inspired by something that Albrecht did in Duveri, or was it like the other way around?
You evince a sad desperation for all that is mine. Would it then please you? Should I spit upon you?
See, this is another thing that, like, I've never really understood about
Bombastine was admired, even loved.
the
But
after
others were
quests.
loved more, and that was poison to him.
Like, I don't understand why Thrax is still hostile after the fact. Is this not the greatest thing ever? I mean, look at this.
By sacred law, any treasure dug up in Duveri is automatically the property of the king. Not today, your majesty. Today, it's finders keepers.
This actually reminds me of last night's member stream when we were playing. I was playing Doom: The Dark Ages, but we had the game speed slider up the whole way, and I just enjoyed the hell. It was so much fun. The only thing that was really weird about it, I have to admit, was like they also speed up the dialogue. So it did at times seem a little weird sounding. But it like made everything just, here's one of these things if anybody needs it. I honestly, with you guys, you're all talking about. I thought I found the hidden chest.
With sweet
You're all talking
words,
about
he persuaded others to his side.
playing both
But
the,
his
the
thoughts
drifter
were
and
only
the
ever of
operator.
himself.
I'm telling you, I think one of them's gonna go.
I
think
what
it's
a
gonna be the
man of
operator.
My talent and worth rightly deserves. And that includes the undercroft that Thrax guards so jealously. Off you pop.
I wonder why Thrax guards this place so jealously. Yay! Oh my god, he's so fast. I love it. They're so fast. Dude, that looks so cool. That looks amazing. Yeah, I know. I want to get this Raxia thing. I'm dying to see how they
Fight music.
dying to hear how they go about incorporating that frame being necessary within the Duveri story and like the why exactly are they here and why do you get the Warframe here? Menace, hello, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Yeah, we're just kind of discussing different things of what might be and what we're about to see. And who we may end up meeting.
You're nothing.
I agree that that the lore kind of establishes, and I've said this myself, that one can be in the area and the other one can't. But there are a couple instances in game where we see them standing together. So something allows the drifter and the operator to exist at the same time. We saw it in the New War, but then we saw it again in what do you call it? In Lotus Eaters. So it seems like there is a force that allows it to occur at times, but it can't do it all the time. In fact, I would even say that during the New War, there's a part where, like, I think the hand starts to kind of shine a little bit, and the drifter says, "Oh, that's my cue, I guess." Meaning that somebody or something's telling him, "Hey, we gotta go. It's time. Let's go." Which, in that same breath, boy, I would love clarification on that as well.
They're gone.
I can't wait for Outweird to come out. Like, again, you guys don't even know. Like, remember, I wanted it to be Duveri before it was Duveri. So the fact that it ended up being Duveri, it makes me happy. just makes me really happy. And as I said before, it kind of makes me optimistic for the future too, because what it says is that DE's also willing to go back to places that may have stories that are unfinished yet, which would, I think, would mean that at some point we're also going to go back to 1999 as well. So that makes me happy too. And who knows, maybe we get to see, maybe the next time we go back to 1999, we get to see like more of the city outside of the quarantine even. Because that seems like what we're doing here with the, you know, an additional spiral, which is going to be awesome too, by the way.
Took one out.
The ambrosia, remnant death.
Well, I keep thinking, I still believe that there's two sides of the wall with a lot of different characters. I wouldn't be surprised if the people in Duveri have an origin system counterpart in some way. And that they're not necessarily just based upon a story. Now, they may be filling out a role from the story, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they didn't exist in some way as an actual person within the origin system. But, you know, that's obviously some heavy speculation.
With each new conquest, never once did he think, surely that is
no,
enough.
let's find
Surely
something
now
else.
I can stop.
I want everything.
I'm gonna
Every
take-
coin, every thread, every blade of
Now,
grass.
you
that
are
ever
just a greedy guy.
Yes, steal them for me.
Oh, the TAMs. God, the TAMs suck. It very well could be. It would answer a lot of interesting questions. And it would feed back into the kind of cycle things that have been happening already within Warframe to begin with. Get going, Tam. Oh, we got a 4-pack right there. That was nice. Good job. Oh, wait, we might be able to do it. A double-double on top of it. So you go this way. No, go that way. You, wait, where are you? There. Keep going. No. Where are you going? What? Go. No. Oh.
Demented beyond hope of
That's why.
return, Bombastine set his heart
Not
on
really
the
feeling any of
throne.
those.
Was he not as good a king as Thrax?
Oh, let's just jump higher too. Oh no. Well, I think your spot's open, so.
That meddlesome witch Acrithis says there is hidden knowledge in the old shrines.
All I'll say about it is remember all of your opinions. Oh, hello, Dr. Hayes. Thank you, too, by the way. I apologize. I didn't see you there. Remember all of your opinions on this. Oh, I didn't see you either, Matthew. Good to see you. On what you're thinking about right now. And then You have to let me know if they are the same after the video. Well, I gotta tell you, I think the topic of the video was brought up kind of just as a fun little thing, right? But I think you're all going to be surprised at how much is actually there of interest based upon the
so
no aliens
the
thing.
envy that might have motivated him to better himself.
Certainly more than I expected.
Hurled him headlong into disaster.
Oh, you're game dev? That's pretty cool. For as much as I love them, that to me always seemed like a
Thrax's
kind of a bridge too
power
far.
is rooted in the undercroft.
It's one of the few things I didn't do.
Not that big.
Not
a
necessarily
Not
bad
really.
in, but man,
Perhaps
when I went
you
to
should make
classes
your
in
way inside for a little
coding and
take
such,
of a
it
bit.
just couldn't really. My old brain couldn't quite grasp aspects of it that were kind of paramount. So I'm doing this with video games, and I'll let you all make the games. Well, she's doing a hell of a job, so that's even another nice thing, huh? Right? I really enjoyed, like I said, you all know. I don't need to sit there and say it over and over again. Oh, you met at the Game Awards? Oh, that's really cool. That's awesome, in fact. Yeah. I just am very much enjoying, well, everything really that's been coming out of Digital Extremes, especially in regards to their Warframe content. It's made the channel very fun to do. I would say the only problem is that there's so much to go off of that I found myself maybe doing too much research to make sure I have things down, and not enough of just putting in, content out. I wanted to try to, when you're doing speculation videos and stuff, I think I want to try to give as much, evidence for what I'm trying to say may be a possibility. And they give you a lot of data to go off of, especially if you're willing to kind of take the story that they give and add the context of the additional aspects of the lore, codex, little descriptions on weapons, and different little things like that, even skins. Yes, it does, as a matter of fact. I mean, I guess you could technically make the case too that the Darkness games exist in this universe now too, right? I love those games. Didn't Digital Extremes do that? Yeah, the eyes are pretty crazy, especially in the envy spiral, because they always seem like no matter where you're at, they're glaring at you. Oh, they only did the second one? Okay. I mean, they were both good. I enjoyed both of them. Hey, Creaso, good to see you. I mean, that's what I just like putting, you know, having as much work into it as I can. And then, you know, people will decide if they want it or not. Get in sync here. But I personally, I mean, I wouldn't put the content out that I do if I didn't enjoy it myself. I don't enjoy the sound of my voice. That's true. That's 100% true. But I do like the content of the things that I put out. There's nothing I can do about my voice. I don't know that song. I have to check that one out. You're right. That's a shame too, because I thought they actually had something going on with the Nightwave story. I thought that was kind of fun. I guess I don't really need that. Just stay away from my my excavator here.
I'll see she never sings again. It was me that gave her that voice. It's I who deserves the stage, not that ungrateful harpy. Me!
It's like you can make a case that like all of these things are void creation. It's a really good question. How did Bombastine give her her voice? Oh, thank you, Kiva. I appreciate that. I have heard that other people enjoy my voice, so it's nice for them. But like I said, I very much enjoy the all right, I'm just chilling here, buddy. Calm down, my man. Yeah, see, that's what their eyes look like. It's more of a, see how yeah, you can almost see that there's even a white part too on that. That's very difficult to see. Is it my knees? Uh-oh.
The aura worm must be subdued. For that, I offer you my Orvius.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
The rest is up to you.
Oh, hell no. Racing on the Caith is not... That's not my cup of tea. I'll take it.
What dragon is envy?
What dragon is envy?
Hunger never sated. A gift never enough. It darkens the sunny days with a wanting that never is met.
The aura worm Bombastine.
Now, like I said, I would definitely like it to come back where, you know, you're kind of getting more of like stories from Nora's past, because I feel like that's where a lot of it was. You know, it was always like you were getting a kind of a first-hand look at some of the things in the past. That's where I wanted it to keep going, because obviously, like I said, Nora's like, I don't know what's going on with her, but she's really old. Now, here's what I will tell you, though. There was something interesting that I was going to add into the... We were talking earlier about the lore videos that I want to do. Whoa! So cool. Let's just say I may have a guest every once in a while. Nora's old. It's not, like she's been around for. She knows all of it. She knows everything. She was around with the Oricon times. Like she knows all about them. So she's right. I'd be okay with that too, but I would definitely. I'd really like to see. Hello. Interesting. I would really like to see them continue on with using her as kind of the vessel for getting more Oricon stories, old stuff, because that's how we learned about Nihil and. You rarely ever get a chance to just walk around this place. Whoa! Crap. Yeah, I think something might be up. We may have hit the glitch spot there. The man in the code, back again. I know there were some odd things going on in Warframe here. I don't know if it's me or the man on the wall or... Oh, shit. Wait a second. Dude, you see that? Oh, it's just a statue. I've never noticed the statue in the back before. This is kind of a serendipitous bug. I get to actually look around this stadium for once. Anybody have any idea why it decided to work then?
Don't you dare deny me this!
It just works. Okay by me. You fixed it? That works out nice. I appreciate it. I was not expecting that, I have to admit. Yeah, like I said, I'd love to know what is going on with Nora Knight.
Look at the beautiful wormlings. How loyal they are.
A lot of envious fire you got going on there, buddy. I don't know. Maybe she will turn into her own dragon. That'd be awesome. What would a Zalka dragon be like?
In turmoil. The calm of the true warrior has prevailed.
Well, it's nice having a dev that can just figure these things out.
I'm
sleepy. He's sleepy. I'm hoping that we do fight exactly that. Hello, Duveri folk. I'm not trying to hurt you. Lotus aura worm. Wouldn't that be crazy? I guess it really doesn't matter.
Thrax is on his throne, and all is right.
In the king's name.
What is this guy all about? And these guys just don't quit. Sure, I'll take one more. Why not? Well, I mean, I think they're derived from those, whatever those things were in the,
And whose business are you?
I don't know what their purpose was, but in the, oh, I guess I do know what their purpose is now that I think about it. I think they were meant to, as like a garbage system for the bodies. That's where, so like if you go into, like the War Within is essentially you're within a Yuvan temple, right? Well, when you're in there and you see that whole section with just skeletons, everything, like human skeletons, that's just most likely bodies of people that were, you know, transformed one way or another. All right, maybe we'll make our way out of this one then. Well, let me get my last decree here. Gotta get that. That's important. Sure. That could be too. I was just looking at it because of its where it's at, because it's in a Yuvan theater, because that's where we are essentially throughout that entire aspect of the War Within. So whereas they could have probably put people to death there too as well, I would think a lot of those would have to be from the bodies of ones that like the had continuity essentially would have something to do with it. Yeah, that's a reject Yuvan volunteers. It's going to be messed up, and there's a whole. I mean, think about how many skeletons are actually in that area. Yeah, I'd love to get a lot deeper into the Orkin. We don't have to necessarily be there or go back in time. That's okay. Like I think that would be the best way to do it, is honestly through Nora telling stories of the old Orkin and us just doing kind of what we were doing before, you know? I actually think that would be the best way to do it. That way we don't have to worry about conflicting timelines or anything else like that. We can just kind of focus on just what things were. Yeah, I actually like that idea. I think that's... oh, I'm going to take off my face for a second there. Whoop. So that's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's again, I'm there's so much I've said it before, there's so much that Warframe can do. I didn't do any Nightwave grinding at all, really.
Wondering if I'm holding back on y'all.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, every single apparently if you go over, you can hear like laughter over here or something. If you turn off the music, or maybe it's in the Captura version. There's all kinds of these little secrets, little deeper levels within tile sets, within quests, even within Warframes himself. I think you're looking at one right now. So, you know, it's kind of a big deal. That being said, everybody, I do apologize, but I'm going to have to cut the stream a little early today. Reason being, the thing that I needed to get going on the video, which I'd like to actually potentially get out tonight, maybe tonight or tomorrow for certain. It just showed up. Here's my chair. But you can get yours from Velimir and Minerva. But I want to go and grab that and get it hooked up and potentially get back to working here. And hopefully get you a video out this evening. So, at the same time, I did want to stream a little bit, tell you my future plans, see what you thought about it. Seems like everybody is... You have a coat on your chair? Very nice. Yeah, that is nice. I might have to put something on there, too. It's a good idea. But I think everybody's on board with videos coming in the future here. So, the good thing is there should be a lot of stuff for you to enjoy in the future. And I do apologize for having to start this a little bit early, but got to get that video out. Well, Jem, I apologize. You're back again. Yeah, I ordered something I need to finish up my video this evening, and it just came in the door there. So it's time to get to work. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for being here today, and I hope I will see you later. But I just want to thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wonderful rest of your week. I'll talk at you all in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.